First step towards being a wise person is to understand that you were born ignorant. Only and until you start understanding that you were born ignorant will you start becoming careful of how you behave with people. You see, there's one sickness that a lot of us we have, and that sickness is we are very good at wanting to give advices to people without understanding the foolishness of our existence. When you don't understand how foolish you are, then you will not be mindful of wanting to appear as an intelligent person. A lot of us, we have that disease, and that disease is we want to show off that we are intelligent and wise. And if people say things to us, we get upset. How dare you say this kind of a thing to me? Don't you know who I am? I'm a wise man. I'm an intelligent man. How dare you say this to me? Don't you know who I am? I'm a wise and intelligent man. But are you truly a wise and intelligent person? No, you're not. You're not. So the first step towards understanding that you are a wise person is to understand the arrogance, the ignorance of your own mortality, which is of your own birth. And if you are mindful not to allow the allurement of people's words to carry you over. There is one saint in my practice of religion. His name is Sanatan Goswami. That is the name of this saint. This saint, he said a prayer. He was a scholar. This saint was a scholar, was so scholarly that when he speaks, his words is powerful. So one day, this saint, he left his home, he left his property, abandoned everything, all just to dedicate himself into inquiring about that absolute truth, that absolute divine truth. After leaving his home, leaving everything, abandoning everything, and then started going, he met the Lord of his life, who was his own spiritual master. His name, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, the master was looking at him, and he was looking at his master. The master did not say anything to him, because he was still wearing something very elaborate, very nice shawl. He has given up all of his material property, but he was still clinging on to one thing. A very nice, beautiful, brocade, if any of you have gotten shawl like cashmere, nice shawl, he was still holding on to that. And the teacher was looking at him, was like, this fellow said he has abandoned everything, but look at what he's still holding on to. The teacher did not say anything to him, but he understood the mind of the teacher. So he went to exchange, that with another person. When he finished, he came down and he prostrated in the feet of the teacher. And he said to the teacher, look at you, you just said something very nice. Wow, look at how you explain this thing. Look, you are just wonderful. You are such a scholar. It gets to my head that I start thinking that it is true. And in this way, I lose my guard, that I forget to understand that the beautiful words of people is nothing but the mouth of a crocodile that is ready to devour me the moment I just fall into the trap. Are you understanding? Is any of you understanding what I'm saying? I don't know who this message is for right now. Seriously, I don't know what this message is for right now, but I believe it is not just for you, it is also for me. And that is the reality of life. Many of us, we are so foolish that we get carried away by the sweet words of people. The sweet words of people is like the mouth of a crocodile. The mouth of a crocodile. And because we get so carried away by the sweet words of people, we don't know when we die. We don't know. We don't know when we die. And that is why it is very, very important. It is very, very important that you be mindful. Do not allow yourself to be carried away by the sweet words of people in terms of, oh, you are so knowledgeable. Wow, look at your knowledge. Oh, you are so intelligent. Wow, look at your intelligence. Be mindful, be mindful, be mindful. Be mindful of the beautiful words of people, because it is a poison that slowly cut off your life. Be mindful. Be mindful of the beautiful words of people, because it is a slow poison that cut off your life, that cut you off. Be mindful. For when you are not mindful of the beautiful words of people, you don't know when you fall into the trap. Do you know how a male elephant is caught? Do you know how a trap is being set for a male elephant? The elephant hunter, when he wants to catch an elephant, they will put a female elephant in the front, and they will tie the female elephant there, and they will dig a hole just a few meters away from the female elephant. They will dig a hole, and they will dig this hole deep, and they will take grasses, and they will use it to cover the hole. They will use it to just cover the top of the hole. They will use grasses and leaf and use it to cover the top of the hole. The foolish male elephant. Can somebody check if the volume is there on Facebook? Can someone check? Is there volume on this on Facebook? Is there volume? The foolish male elephant, seeing the attraction, just seeing the female elephant ahead, he becomes so attracted. He starts running. Why? Why does he start running? He starts running because what goes on in his head instantly is enjoyment. So this male elephant, seeing the female elephant in the front, started running, forgetting that there have been a trap. A trap has been kept for him. So because of his desires to enjoy the female elephant, he falls into the trap that has been laid down by the elephant hunter. Just when he is so close to the female elephant, he falls into the hole, the ditch that has been dug for him. He falls into that. Unfortunately, this is the condition of all of us. Every one of us that is living, this is the condition of all of us. We fall continuously every day into the trap that is being laid for us by what? By time. Time is the giver of our karma, but time is also the one that lays trap for you to fall into more karma. So the foolish man, not knowing, forgetting to live a mindful life, falls into the trap. And do you know the irony of the human life? The irony of the human life is that the human life is so degraded that when his father dies, he wants to enjoy the property of his father. And ironically, when the son dies, the father wants to enjoy the property of the son. How foolish is that? Is somebody understanding me? Are you all understanding me? Is somebody hearing or is somebody hearing? It is so unfortunate, the human life is so unfortunate that when the man is alive and when he dies, his children wants to enjoy his property, that they fight for his property. When he is alive, his children fight for his property. And if any of his children dies, he wants to enjoy the property of the children. Isn't it? Isn't it? It is a fact. It is a fact. The father wants to enjoy the property of the children, of the son. When the son dies, that is a fact. Give me the property, it's my son's property. Let me enjoy it. That is a fact. How unfortunate. How unfortunate. How unfortunate is this life. This life, how unfortunate. You struggle, the father struggles to earn money, and the sons the sons become envious of the father, that to the extent they are even ready to kill the father to enjoy the property of the father. Today is my birthday. Huma, I'm going to give you a call after this class. Happy birthday to you, Huma. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. I'll give you a call after. How unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Is it not? It is. Facebook streaming is off. Oh, why? But it is still playing here. So maybe it is on YouTube. So let it be on YouTube. It is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. The unfortunate nature is that what? Everyone wants to enjoy from the other. And when they are not able to enjoy from the other, what's happening? They get upset. Why are you depriving me of your enjoyment? I want to enjoy from you. Why are you depriving me of being able to enjoy from you? Do you see the irony? So my dear brothers, my dear sisters, you must understand that as a beautiful cloth, as a beautiful garment is best adorns the beauty of a woman, so also is a decent behavior. A decent behavior is seen as a beautiful cloth on the body of a human being. A man that has a decent behavior is seen to be wearing a beautiful cloth. Do you understand? So, modesty should be your life. You should live your life in a modest way. Never criticize people with the words of your mouth. Never think that you are intelligent than others, so you are ready to criticize people with the words of your mouth. You must be mindful. Modesty must be the guide of your day. Everything you do, you must guide yourself with modesty. Don't think that I know more than other people, so yeah, no problem. Yeah, be mindful. Because at the end, when you are going to die, you are not going to die a wise man. Don't you see the funniness of it? Don't you see how funny it is? That is the truth. You are not going to die a wise man. Your bone is not going to say, this is the bone of a wise man. No. When they are going to cremate you, they are going to turn you into an ash. Whether they will bury you or they will cremate you, your bone is not going to say, this is the bone of a wise man or this is the ash of a wise man. It's just going to be an ash. And do you know the irony of it all? Nobody wants to keep it. So all the years, you see, I always say to people, try to go through the graveyard of your mind. Try to go through the graveyard of your mind. Even if you are not able to go through the grave, just look at the graveyard you see on the road right now. In that graveyard, there were ambitious people. In that graveyard, there were soldiers. There were people that changed the nature of life. There were people that were very feared at a particular point. There were people that when you hear about them, you're like, wow. There were people that were also saints in the graveyard. very big discomfort. But even if I've said all of this, many of you still will not understand. Because what? The mind is so conditioned to wanting joy, love. Not just only joy, love. It is so conditioned to wanting to be praised all the time. And that is why you get upset when your husband does not praise